Have a really good think, because somebody you know could earn you a lot of money for very little effort. Think, who do you know that wants to buy a property in Spain? A colleague, a mate, someone in your family, a friend of a friend? If you know someone, go to welcome-estates.com and click the Refer a Friend link. If they buy, you'll pocket a nice chunky thank you from one of Spain's leading estate agents. T's and C's apply. All details at welcome-estates.com.
Hello all you hardcores out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, biggest gob in sport. Today we're at Champs Camp in Moss Side and I'm joined by Joe Gallagher fighter, Clark Smith, 4-0, age 22 from Manchester. How are you doing, Clark?
Good, thank you, not too bad.
You're fighting at Super Welter?
Yeah.
11 stone?
Yeah.
What you weigh today?
About 11.8, 11.9.
When's your next fight?
Hopefully in about 6 or 7 weeks' time.
So £1 a week to knock off?
Yeah.
So basically you're alright at foot weight?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel you're going to have an issue with weight?
Not really, no. You know, I always try and keep an eye on it for the sake of just not being able to struggle to get off. You know, the part of the job's getting fit, you know what I mean? It's just, at the end of the day, it's a 24/7 job, so you've got to look after yourself and just keep an eye on your weight. What's
your normal routine then, Clark? Because you're a 22-year-old novice, so you're 4-0. So what is your routine now? Because you're in 4 rounds as well, aren't you? You're stepping up to 6, aren't you, soon?
Yeah.
So you're a 4-round novice fighter. You're fighting for 12 minutes, for 4 3-minute rounds. What's your training regime from getting up? What time do you go? What's your day like?
So, you know what, I just try and keep it as close to every day as possible. You know, I get up at about 7, have something to eat, go training, come back, rest, go training for again the second time, and then just chill out for the rest of the day. I try and keep it very much structured, you know, just for the fact that that's how it's got to be, you know what I mean? And then I just come in and just learn from all the bigger lads, more experienced lads.
Yeah. Who did you fight in your last fight, Clark?
Craig Sumner, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're at knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many knockouts have you got now?
That was it.
That's the only one, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you were trying to force it earlier when you first started, and that Joe was saying, "Look, it'll come." The knockout eventually it came.
Well, to be fair, no. You know, I never. He always said to me since I joined with Joe, he said, "Don't force anything. You know, it comes, and it's just 9 times out of 10 it's the shots you don't see, that you don't put anything into that'll knock them out. So yeah, just let it come."
Did it worry you that you didn't get a knockout in your first 3?
Not really, to be fair.
No?
You know, at the end of the day, you know, they come.
Yeah.
And sometimes just waiting for that opening, just finding the right time.
Yeah. Who's the hardest person that you've been in sparring with?
Oh, over the years, I'd have to say Liam Smith.
Liam Smith?
Yeah, he's just very good inside. You know, he knows all the tricks to get you.
And he's your weight as well, anyway. What one of them? Yeah. Yeah. And what belt do you think you were going for first? Probably like in English or something.
Hopefully, you know, whatever Joe's got in store for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever he's got in store.
Would you like to go traditional route, Clark?
If that's the way it falls out, I mean, yeah, I'll definitely take it. You know, see, there's a lot of different routes now, so there's a lot of belts out there, but whatever Joe's got in store.
Yeah. Have you got a girlfriend? I'm not trying to be nosy or anything.
No, do you know what? No, not yet.
You don't go out with your mates and that? What do you do to chill out?
No, do you know what? After a fight, I'll go out, but sometimes it's hard when you're in camp, you know, to fight. Like obviously go out, you know, there's a lot of distractions out there, but in this game you've got to be 100%, haven't you? So.
Yeah. You seem to be enjoying it. How do you get to work in that here then? How do you get to gym?
Do you know what? I'm lucky because the old gym where we're at Bolton, took about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So now it's just 15 minutes down the road, so it's a bit handy.
That's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, I got lucky.
Good. Alright then, well listen, thanks for coming on. Have you got any social media handles? Or?
Yeah. My Instagram is clarksmith_7.
It's clarksmith_7 for your Instagram. What's your Twitter?
No, I've got Twitter.
No, I've got Facebook. You stay away from Twitter. You just got Instagram.
Bad place, that Twitter.
It sends you crazy, does it? It can be a bit mad, can't it, Twitter at times. Alright then, who do you think's going to win between Usyk and Tyson Fury? Because that's the big fight we all want, isn't it?
Do you know what? I think skill-wise, Usyk, but I just think the height and weight of Tyson Fury would just be a bit too much for him.
What about Joshua Wilder?
Well, that's a good one. I think Wilder, but I'd like to say Joshua, just the fact that he might be just catching cleaner with like, he's a cleaner boxer, whereas Wilder's a bit raw. Maybe that might play into Joshua's hands. I don't know.
Would you fight Conor Benn down the line if the money were right?
Well, if he's well, it's hard to say. I mean,
because he's a welter and you're a light middle. Yeah. But I mean, if he moved up to light middle or middle and you did, in a couple of years you could meet, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm way off that point yet, but maybe down the line.
All right, he's a bit older than you, isn't he? He's another generation. All right then. Listen. Yeah, of course you can go. Go on.
Sorry, the only question.
Go on. Sorry.
All right, sorry. It's just I just wonder. Obviously, a trainer of Joe Gallagher's calibre.
Yeah.
How do you actually? Is there a vetting process? How do you get in? Does Joe obviously take everybody?
No, it's a good question. So I was so my dad used to box with Joe back in the day. When they were growing up, and he took me when I was about 16, 17 to Joe's, and that's the first time I ever sparred Liam. So I was sort of, they do take you sort of like a trial, see if you fit in with the like the character of the gym, because you don't want any egos and stuff like that. See if the lads like you, see if you gel, and see if you're just not making any sort of upsets. So
and obviously you've got to be good enough when he sees you.
Yeah.
I mean, and like obviously there's a lot of good lads in this gym.
Yeah.
Is it like a trial? Is it like going for football trials?
Yeah, exactly. Like saying.
Is that for the first couple of weeks? You're unsure if he's going to stay with you and things like that.
Yeah. So first couple of weeks you're there, you just gotta, try and show what you're about, and then just be like, and a lad that gets on with everyone in the gym. So obviously, if you're disrupting the groove of the gym, obviously that can affect everything. So yeah, there's like a sort of trial.
It's funny actually. I had a guy who was a training coach at Blackburn, and I went to see. I got him to come and see my son, my nephew.
Oh yeah.
And he said, you can spot them.
Yeah.
You can see them.
It was good. Yeah.
But even if they're any good, the main thing they look for is a personality. Because if they're a type of personality that can ruin a gym.
Yeah.
A room.
I see where you're coming from. I've seen a few prima donnas over the years. You will have all seen them in gyms and that, and they have a negative effect on other fighters in the gym, don't they? If a fighter's losing and is unhappy with the coach who's there, it spreads, doesn't it? It's like a cancer, isn't it? I can see where it's coming from. Most gyms don't have rotten apples in them, do they? You get odd one.
I guess that's the trade.
Usually it's superstar odd one, and everybody has to poke with it, don't they?
Yeah.
But I think this kid's pretty clean cut kid, isn't he, Gary? He's got all your life ready.
And what weight is it?
Light
middle. Yeah. And any plans to go up or down, or are you happy there?
I'm for the meantime, like I say, I'm happy at the weight, so yeah. Hopefully stay this for as long as I can.
Impressive sparring with
Beefy.
Yeah.
Well, he's a young lad getting in with Beefy. You're going to learn. You take your bumps, don't you? I remember there's other fighters in the past. I mean, I get loads of stick for saying this, but Carl Froch had to spar Howard Eastman when he turned pro, and he didn't like it.
Right.
And that's how you get better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Judging you, marking yourself against each other, because you learn more often, don't you?
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, listen. Thanks for coming on, Clark. I'm going to watch you closely your career now, and I wish you all the best. I've been doing some of them little jumps downstairs, I know, for that wood thing, like with a Keaton used to. Look, sweating like a pig. You take care.
Nice.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.